Hannity did a segment on that last. That is terrible. Big to save the fish.
And we're the mouth, 1350 a.m.
Welcome, it's Your Nation, hosted by Jack Jackson. This is 1350 The Mouth. We are in the studio with Ponytail Tim, that's me, and we've got Josh over here working the controls. We have the First Lady of the campaign, Mrs. Arlene Jackson. And I was going to bring up a baseball story. I got my hat on, I got my glove, and my baseball
great.
gear,
I'm going to take a picture.
and I'm just about ready. You know, Jack talked about the Cardinals going all the way to the World Series, and I believe they're playing the Mets today. Anyway, we're talking about they almost swept the Astros this week. I know there was one game that was a little messed up, but we're doing good. We're going all the way to the World Series. I've already taken vacation time for October. So
well, that's confidence right there, Tim.
I got to get it in early.
Yeah, we got to tell them Tim's taking vacation for them.
Right. Anyway, I want to set something up here because people think, well, Tim, you know, you really know about basketball that much, and baseball, I don't really follow it that closely. But there was a time. Let me take you back. I was 10 years old. We were living in Whittier, California. That was the Whittier College, is where President Nixon went to. So we were very proud at the time to have our president be from our hometown there. And my dad worked for Burlington Industries, and he got tickets to the baseball game, the big baseball game. This was at, it wasn't even Dodger Stadium at the time. It was called something else. Anyway, it was before the Dodger Stadium. And we went down there. And Don Drysdale was the pitcher, and Don Drysdale was on a shutout streak. He had pitched so many games, and he had tonight, June 4th, 1968. He pitched a record 6 straight shutout, beating the Pirates 5-0, running his consecutive scoreless streak to 54. Now, Don Drysdale was a holdover from the Brooklyn Dodgers. He was the last Brooklyn Dodgers left. And at the beginning of the game, they honored 3 of their greatest players that came out on the field, the Hall of Famers. They had Sandy Koufax came out, Jackie Robinson, and Roy Campanella.
Oh my.
I got to see these guys, and this was so exciting. It was me and my older brother PJ, and I've told you all about him. He was the one in the South Tower in 9/11 that was able to escape.
Sure.
And PJ was there, and my little brother Andy was there. The baby, the 2-year-old, he didn't get to make it to it. But I'm reading in the newspaper here, I've got printed off the internet, from June 4th, 1968, and it talks about what happened. That day it said, Kennedy will relax today at the Ambassador Hotel to await the election returns. Andy Williams, Shirley MacLaine, Raphael Johnson are among the celebrities backing Kennedy. This was back in the day. Well, usually from the stadium to our house was 15-minute drive. After the game, of course, we went there and tried to get autographs from the players when they came out, and we got a few autographs. And we had school the next day. And so, my dad wanted to get us home. We're little kids, and we'd stay up all night. And so, he gets in the car, and we start going home, and about a mile down from the stadium was the Ambassador Hotel. And it's about midnight now. And there's fire engines, there's police cars, there's ambulance, and normally a 15-minute drive turns into a 45-minute drive. Well, my dad tunes into the radio, and he tries to find out what the heck's going on. Why is there so much traffic at midnight? And evidently this was Bobby Kennedy was shot that night.
Ooh.
That was the night Bobby Kennedy was shot, and 2 days later he passed away. And so it was a very, very moment in history for me. to watch that baseball game. And Bobby Kennedy announced in his victory speech, he had won California, and he announced in his victory speech, the first thing he talked about was Don Drysdale. Don Drysdale's family and the Kennedy family were all friends. And so they knew each other from way back in the day. Don Drysdale's family was from Boston. And so it's just a little piece of history I thought I'd throw out there. 1968, gosh, Arlene, I guess Jack was over in Vietnam there, wasn't he?
Yes, he was. That's
Yeah.
he was in Vietnam, and I was in Crown Point, Indiana.